2.5 PC maintenance. The key terms for this section include: term definition, interference, a signal that corrupts or destroys regular signals. Interference affects signals used by two devices to communicate on a network. Electromagnetic, EMI, interference that affects wired network signals. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning HVAC, the system installed within buildings to control temperature by supplying heat. Radio frequency interference, RFI, signals caused by cordless phones, microwave ovens, and wireless devices that interfere with wireless networking. 2.5.2 PC maintenance facts. HVAC, interference, and magnetic fields. The following table contains considerations related to HVAC, interference, and magnetic fields. Consideration description: heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. HVAC for computer components. Design HVAC systems with the following in mind: keep the temperature between 70 and 74 degrees to prevent components from overheating. Keep humidity between 40 and 70% to prevent electrostatic discharge, ESD. Make sure server rooms have separate ducting or HVAC systems from the rest of the building for better temperature control. Use positive pressure systems. Positive pressure systems protect the air quality in the facility by causing air to be forced out through doors, windows, and other openings. Negative pressure systems draw air in, potentially bringing in airborne particles such as dust or smoke. Positive pressure systems are more energy effective. In areas with heavy smoke or dust, add filters to air intake systems to filter out airborne particulates. Interference is a signal that corrupts or destroys regular signals. Interference affects signals used by two devices to communicate on a network. Listed below are two types of interference that affect computer networks. Electromagnetic interference, EMI, is interference that affects wired network signals. EMI is caused by motors, heavy machinery, and fluorescent lights. Use shielded twisted pair cable to protect signals sent on Ethernet twisted pair cabling. If necessary, use fiber optic cables to eliminate the effects of interference. Radio frequency interference, RFI, is interference on the radio channel used by wireless networking devices. RFI can be caused by nearby wireless devices using the same channel, cordless phones, or microwave ovens. Wireless networks that use the 2.4 GHz frequency range, 801.11b and 802.112, are susceptible to RFI. You can reduce RFI by using a wireless networking standard that operates in the 5.75 GHz range or using a different channel for wireless devices. Magnetic fields located close to a computer can cause undesired effects or even data loss. Hard drives use magnetic charges to store data. While hard disks are shielded and protected from all but the strongest magnets, getting a magnet too close to magnetic fields, these components could erase data. Speakers, motors, and generators contain magnets. Keep sensitive components away from these devices. Solid-state storage devices, such as RAM or flash drives, are not affected by magnetic fields. Computer cleaning. One of the best things you can do to keep your system running efficiently is to keep it clean. Be aware of the following facts about cleaning your computer. Common computer cleaning supplies include lint-free cloth, compressed air or an air compressor, small anti-static vacuum, denatured or isopropyl alcohol. Regular cleaning gives you the chance to inspect all components. Look for worn or failed components. On electrical components, dark areas might indicate a burned-out component. Before cleaning computer components, power down and unplug components and let them sit for at least 30 minutes to cool. Use caution with liquid-based cleansers. Use small amounts and always apply cleaning solutions to cloths and cleaning instruments, never directly to component surfaces. Dust buildup inside a computer acts as an insulator for internal components, trapping heat and preventing adequate cooling of components. Use compressed air to blow off. A non-static vacuum to remove dust. A natural bristle paintbrush to wipe components off. Use a small amount of denatured alcohol on a cotton swab to clean electrical connectors, such as those on expansion cards. For LCD screens, use a lint-free dry cloth or a small amount of isopropyl alcohol. Do not use window cleaner, ammonium-based cleaners, paper towels. You can also use special monitor cleaning solutions or pre-packaged wipes with a monitor-safe solution. For keyboards, use a vacuum or compressed air. For keys that stick, use a lint-free cloth and slash or cleaning swabs, lightly dampened, to gently wipe each key. To clean a printer, use a damp or dry cloth. On inkjet printers, use the printer's cleaning function to clean the print heads. For laser printers, use an anti-static vacuum to remove excess toner. A regular vacuum will build up an electrostatic charge from the toner. Management tips. Be aware of the following tips for maintaining your computer. When receiving a new computer or component that has been shipped, let it sit for at least 6 hours, 24 hours if it arrives in outside freezing conditions, before applying power. The rapid change in temperature can cause damage to components or can result in condensation within the computer. Perform regular backups. Backups protect your data if a hard disk fails. You can use covers and cases to protect some equipment from dust and liquid spills. Be sure to remove covers before use and replace them after use. Keep cables organized. Route cables to prevent them from being kinked or stepped on. For best results, use cable ties to bind and organize cables. Verify that your system's cooling fans are blowing air through the system case in the correct directions. A fan blowing in the wrong direction can negate the airflow through the case and cause the system to overheat. 2.5.3 Practice questions. Explanation. If a laptop has been in a cold environment, you should let it warm up to room temperature before turning it on. Otherwise, the heat produced by the components might create water condensation. This water might then damage system components. Avoid turning on the laptop to run self-diagnostic tests before letting it warm up to room temperature. Blowing compressed air into the cooling ports will not warm up the laptop. Visually inspecting the LCD screen for cracks is an option, but you should let the laptop warm up to room temperature before doing anything. Placing the laptop next to a heater set to high would be a poor strategy for warming the system up because it could potentially melt the plastic parts within the unit. Explanation: you can use a natural bristle brush and a can of compressed air to blow dust off of a motherboard and other circuit cards. Never use anything harsh on the inside of a computer, such as a wire brush or industrial degreasers. Rags are also discouraged because they easily snag on electrical leads and parts. Explanation on inkjet printers: use the printer's cleaning function to clean the print heads. Do not use an anti-static vacuum, denatured alcohol, or a damp cloth to clean the print heads. Explanation: vacuuming dust from the system is critical to keeping the computer cool. In addition, verify that your cooling fans are blowing air in the right direction and are not working against each other. Do not remove any slot covers in an attempt to cool the computer. Lacking slot covers decreases the fan's ability to remove hot air from inside the computer. Installing a thermostat in the fan circuit is not necessary. Explanation: verify that your system's cooling fans are blowing air through the system case in the correct direction. A fan blowing in the wrong direction can negate the airflow through the case and cause the system to overheat. Although extensive dust, a rapid change from cold to warm, and condensation are valid concerns, they are not direct results of fans blowing in the wrong direction. Explanation: hard drives use magnetic charges to store data. While hard disks are shielded and protected from all but the strongest magnets, getting a magnet too close to these components, such as speakers, could erase data. In this case, the employee keeps her customer data on her hard drive and has moved her computer to a room full of speakers that could cause data loss. Electromagnetic interference, EMI, is interference that affects wired network signals. It does not cause data loss on a hard drive. Radio frequency interference, RFI, is interference on a radio channel used by wireless networking devices. RFI does not cause data loss on a hard drive. Negative pressure HVAC systems can cause dust accumulation in a computer, which can lead to overheating, but this is not normally associated with hard drive data. Explanation: in general, an LCD monitor is best cleaned using a dry cloth with the monitor turned off. Cleaning cloths should always be lint-free. Cleaning a monitor or display device with the unit powered on often hides places on the screen that need cleaning, such as spots or smears. Always avoid using cloths with lint and glass cleaner. The glass cleaner can cause damage to the monitor's surface. While many newer monitors do have certain automatic calibration features, self-cleaning is not one of them. Explanation: negative pressure systems draw air in, potentially bringing in airborne particles, such as dust or smoke. In areas with heavy smoke or dust, add filters to air intake systems to filter out airborne particles. Positive pressure systems are more energy effective. Positive pressure systems protect the air quality in a facility by causing air to be forced out through doors, windows, and other openings. Explanation: RFI, radio frequency interference, is caused by nearby wireless devices using the same channel, cordless phones, or microwave ovens. EMI, electromagnetic interference, is caused by motors, heavy machinery, and fluorescent lights. Use shielded twisted pair cables to protect signals sent on Ethernet twisted pair cabling. If necessary, use fiber optic cables to eliminate the effects of interference. Wireless networks that use the 2.4 GHz frequency range, 801.11b and 802.11, are susceptible to RFI. Explanation: it's important to select raw vacuum cleaner for use with computer equipment that won't generate harmful static. Electrostatic discharge should always be avoided around sensitive computer components, and one that blows as well as vacuums can be important, as it may be better to remove dust and other foreign matter by applying a blowing force rather than vacuuming. A static induction motor relies on static electricity, which can damage computer components. Washable filters are not necessary when looking for a vacuum for your computer cleaning kit. The bag used in your computer cleaning kit vacuum should be fine enough to collect toner particles, instead of a coarse-grade bag. Otherwise, these particles may circulate within and outside the vacuum and spread toner.